Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Am I the idiot for telling my brother that he is being a terrible husband to his pregnant wife? My 25 male brother, 27, and his wife, 26, are having their first baby. I am excited because I am going to be an uncle. However, my sister-in-law, let's call her Gigi, is basically going through this pregnancy without my brother. We will call him Aaron. Gigi is currently in her third trimester, and at first my brother was doing all that he was supposed to, going to doctor's visits, making sure Gigi and the baby were healthy, just everything a dad and a husband was supposed to do. But in the past few months, that all changed when my brother would choose staying late at work and hanging out with his friends, over taking care of his responsibilities. He hasn't been to any recent doctor visits with Gigi, and oftentimes, leaves her at home for days at a time, and when he does come home, he basically ignores Gigi. Of course, this has hurt Gigi. The sort of icing on the cake for me was about 3 days ago. Gigi was rushed to the hospital by mom for excessive bleeding. Thankfully the baby and her are okay, and my entire family shows up to the hospital to check on the baby and Gigi, except my brother. Everyone is calling him profusely, and he doesn't answer. I end up tracking him down at a bar with his friends, and tell him what has happened, and he doesn't even seem to care. Good God. I then go on to ask him why he is being a shitty husband and father. This leads us into an argument, and he accuses me of sleeping with Gigi. Okay, this escalated quickly. What the hell? In no way that accusation is true. My brother and Gigi have been together since they were 17 and 16. Gigi is just as much family to me as my brother. I used to look up to their relationship, and hope that I would find my perfect match, because they were just so good together. After that argument in the bar, my brother left and has not checked on his wife or baby in 3 days. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. Told my brother he was being a terrible husband to his wife. Caused my brother to leave without a word to anyone. Let's start with the important part. You're not the idiot here, OP, nor Gigi, nor anyone else. The only idiot here is your brother, and his idiot friends, who are supporting this horrible behavior. I don't know what happened to make him suddenly act this way towards his wife and child. Maybe he and Gigi had a fight, maybe he realized that he's not ready to be a father, or he realized that the life he lives isn't the one he wanted, or worse, he could be cheating on Gigi, and him accusing you two of cheating on him is a projection of his own actions. If that's the case, he's a lot worse than I thought. But either way, he's not only being a shitty husband and future father, but also a shitty brother. Because no matter what's going on in his crazy head, he has no right to treat any of you like that, nor to accuse you without any proof of cheating with his wife. He is an idiot, an a-hole, and a jerk. And what did you guys think of this situation? What would you do if you were OP? How would you deal with OP's brother? Also, what advice would you give Gigi on how to deal with her absentee and idiotic husband? Now let's read what the comments say before going to the update. Not the idiot. I don't want to be that person, but considering how quickly he jumped to accusing you of sleeping with his wife, I wouldn't be surprised if he's having an affair. Not the idiot. The accusation of cheating seems like projection. Coupled with all the cheating-like characteristics he is showing, I would bet he has cheated. Not the idiot, and this exact thing happened to me with my ex-husband while I was pregnant. 3rd trimester hits, he stops caring, as very distant, not coming home from work, etc., etc. Bam, he's buying another woman flowers while I'm in labor. Yeah, your brother is cheating. Not the idiot. The fact that he accused you of having an affair with his wife for calling him out is suspicious. He needs to start acting like a responsible husband and father. You were not wrong for telling him to sort himself out. Not the idiot, and sadly I agree with everyone else saying he's probably cheating. I'd say he's a lost cause, and he's going to be just as little help when the baby comes. Instead of wasting your breath on him, focus on Gigi. Make sure she knows she has support, even if she were to leave your brother. Update OP, because I would love to know what goes down. Good luck and prayers, I hope her pregnancy goes smoothly. Tell her to protect that baby. Update 1. I want to start this off by saying Gigi does have knowledge of this post, and for those of you who said that he was cheating, you guys were right. I won't get into it too much, but I'll just say that my brother is gonna be a dad of 2, and Gigi isn't having twins. What an a-hole. I feel sorry for these kids, and Gigi, and for the other woman, if she didn't know he is married. If she knew, she's also an a-hole. Update 2. Thank you everyone for the overwhelming response in support of Gigi. I apologize for being so slow with the updates, but I'm trying my best to get permission for the things that I post, because I do want to be respectful. But for those asking, Gigi is doing the best that she can mentally right now, and of course my family and I would never turn our backs on her. She's literally been in our family since we were all kids, and now she's having my niece. She'll be family forever. She knows that she'll always have my family. Speaking of my niece, she is estimated to be due in about 3 weeks, so we are all trying to focus on the positive and welcome her with as much love as we can. I'm happy that Gigi and the baby have the support of your entire family. But what about your brother? Where is he? Does he intend to be part of his daughter's life? Is he still with the other woman? Also, are your brother and Gigi going to get divorced? There is still so many unanswered questions, but these are the updates we have so far. Oh, and are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for still being upset with my sister? My sister, 24, and I, 29, female, have always been best friends when we were younger. We did everything together, we had the same hobbies and friend groups. We were the strongest and most united siblings I've known and were always supporting each other. However, when she went to university, her personality suddenly changed. She wasn't interested in any of the things which previously brought us joy. She didn't have new hobbies or new friends, she just abandoned the old ones. This situation upset me a lot, but I tried to still keep her close, explore whatever new things we could find, but she declined most suggestions I had for activities, movies, etc. She actively avoided living in the same city, or working in the same company as me. I asked if I had done something wrong to upset her. She said I haven't, but she just wants to explore her own life in ways that don't include me. This may not sound very dramatic to you, but I'm autistic, thus prone to feel very emotional, so the day her personality changed, it felt like my entire world collapsed. I couldn't make other friends and I couldn't make sense of this situation. I had lost my soulmate and she didn't want me in her life anymore. I feel like my life is over and honestly, ever since this happened, I'm dead inside. Wow. I've since spoken with my sister and tried to be as calm and constructive as possible. She told me she would like us to exchange an email once every 1-2 months and see each other 2-3 times a year in person. However, I feel like this is just bringing me pain. This isn't enough to rebuild a bond. I'm better off just carrying on with my life and trying to forget about her. I know a lot of siblings aren't any closer than this, but we used to be best friends and that changed seemingly overnight. This is an old issue. It's been 4 years since her personality changed. I'm not a strong, resilient person and I'm still very upset. I've spoken about this with my partner, 34 male, today. I told him I'm not resentful, but I'm really hurt that my closest person chose to build a new life without me. He told me she's not done anything wrong and that it's completely acceptable for people to change and not to want to spend a lot of time with each other. However, I'm feeling really hurt that she just cut me off like this for 4 entire years. I was making all the effort to bring us together and she would just back off. My partner says my expectations of my sister are unreasonably high. I said I didn't have the expectation of me and her being as close as we used to be as children, but I thought it would have been nice for us to live in the same city, see each other on weekends, play computer games, watch series together and go out with mutual friends. I know I'm the autistic one, so I often question my sanity. So now I need to ask, is my boyfriend right? Am I the idiot for not meeting with her on her terms, if she won't meet me on mine? Am I delusional in thinking she is being a bad friend for cutting me off? OP also give us more info. I'm autistic. I played with stuffed animals when I was 13 and sword fought when I was 17. That explains why we had the same friend group. My family would always tell me to be a good example for my younger sister, because she admires me, copies me, and follows my lead. So I thought she was a willing participant in our dynamic, not dragged along, but now she doesn't feel the same anymore, I suppose. When she went to university, I couldn't be with her right away. I was in another town. We were both discussing how I should move, so we can be together, so the entire first year she was there, she was telling me how she feels alone and how it's so strange her family is not here. I don't know, didn't sound like a person who wanted to be independent. We were looking forward to being reunited, but when I made it there, it was done. She was changed, she was happy to meet up, but she never had anything to say or anything she wanted to do. I have indeed discussed my childhood with my sister. I don't think she grew in my shadow. High-functioning autism wasn't a thing nobody knew about 20, 30 years ago. My parents noticed I was, quote, slow and stupid, while my grandma would coddle me. My dad would try to get the baby to bully the idiot older sibling while my grandmother went overboard defending me. It caused tension with my sister when we were young kids, but as we grew, we decided we should just stick to each other and defend each other instead of letting the adults mess with us. Your dad is a jerk, but go grandma. I don't know how happy my sister was with our relationship in our teens. To me it seems like everything was fantastic, everything I introduced her to, be it music, friends, movies, she took up to instantly and would want to rewatch it. She had her own interests and was fascinated by Romans. Ironically, she read the entire Troy book. So I'd join in on that stuff. I know that many people have a much more distant relationship with their siblings. So yes, maybe a sibling doesn't need to live in the same city and stuff. But what about a best friend? Is it so shocking that I'm in pieces when my best friend just cut me out, set boundaries, very different to mine, and there's no compromise to be had? Don't people live in the same city as their best friend? Don't some best friends work together? Yes, it's reasonable to choose a job and a city to live based on your preferences, but she's choosing those to actively avoid me. Are you sure? Did she tell you that? Or do you think this way because she doesn't give in to your demands of how you guys' relationship should be? To be fair, I just don't understand what stopped us from building our new lives together. There was nothing tying her to one city or another. I was offering her a job in a great company for $23,000 in a medium-sized city, but she said that town wasn't big enough. So she went to work in Amazon for $19,000 on a short contract in a tiny village. She was taking the worst deal, so she wouldn't be around me. I know that in adulthood things get in the way, people have work and children, but in our case, we had all the opportunities to stay near each other, and she just chose not to. I think people don't get that I am indeed grieving, but it's not like I can even show it, because why should I? She's alive and well. I'm not texting her or reaching out anymore. If it were up to me, I would have cut her off completely, because I'm in a lot of pain. But if I cut her off, our parents will be upset and they'll tell me to stop being dramatic. So yes, I'll have to keep seeing her at agonizing family events. Woohoo! Wow. I'm finding this situation a bit strange. I don't know if something else happened in this story that we don't know, or if even OP knows, but I don't know, something sounds off here. Look, I don't think OP is wrong in wanting to have a close relationship with her sister, that's normal. She's a person that OP feels comfortable with and trusts, and she misses her sister, and from what OP told us, they were close before. But maybe this wasn't the same experience that her sister had growing up. I also know that it's normal that when people grow up, to grow apart and have new lives, and apparently that's what OP's sister wants. I don't think OP is the idiot for wanting to have back her old relationship with her sister, or at least have a closer relationship than her current one, but it's clear that's not her sister's intention. And this hurts. I won't deny OP's pain, but she has to respect her sister's decision. I think OP could try talking to her sister again, to understand what happened to cause this distancing to occur, but there may very well not be a specific reason, or worse, there is the risk of her hearing something she doesn't want. Also, in the terms of OP ignoring her sister completely because she doesn't want to have the type of relationship OP wants, that's her choice. On one hand, I found this petty, but I also understand if this is the way she found to protect her feelings. So, OP, you're not the idiot for feeling hurt, but you kind of are for not wanting to respect your sister's boundaries. And what do you guys think of this situation? What advice would you give OP? Have you ever experienced anything similar to what is going on with OP? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Soft, you are the idiot. I think your expectations for your adult sibling are too high. I'm also wondering if your perception of the closeness you shared as kids is actually how she felt. It's really unusual for siblings with a 5-year age gap to share the same friend group, not just unusual, but also not even developmentally appropriate. Is there someone else in your family that knew you both as kids that might give you some insight or a different perspective? No idiots here, it seems. You are not an idiot for being hurt, but she is not either for making a choice who to spend time with. The way you describe it, there was nothing to specifically spite you. If you want more contact, it seems the way to go is to accept less contact. Whatever her reason, she will most likely not disclose it if pushed. I'm going with no idiots here. I understand your grief, but your expectations are really high. It's hard when someone is on a different path than what you expected, but if she wants to live her life without you 100% in it, she has that right. Also, why does it have to be all or nothing? Correct me if wrong, but that's what I got from your post/comments. You want to choose where she lives, what she does, where she works? When does she get to go live her own life, the way she wants to? She has to stay near you? Did she ask you to find her a job? You are the idiot. And what about you guys? Do you agree with the comments? What do you think of OP's reaction? Don't forget to leave your thoughts. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.